After spending 10 days down in Milton Keynes, we are finally back in Newcastle. Just look at that. That is unreal. For me, I don't know about you guys watching, but it still hasn't fully clicked in just yet. Getting off the train before, Linear's got their own celebrations up, and I thought it was a lovely touch, and it's got me a bit teary again, but just seeing all this back in Newcastle, I mean, it's such a big deal to so many people, and that is the famous one. 10 days down south, we've seen the West Ham game, and of course, the iconic, the historic Carabao Cup final win against Liverpool. And because of that win against Liverpool, it now means it has been confirmed by Newcastle United that on March 29th is the day where Newcastle United will celebrate with the fans back here in Newcastle. Of course, we will be the international break now. A lot of our players are currently out on duty, so when they get back, they're able to celebrate with our fans, and it's going to happen on March 29th. Now, it's been described by journalists to be a large-scale event. And of course, the obvious point being the bus parade. It will definitely be a bus parade of some sort. We did it back in 1999. That was the last time we did it. And of course, I wasn't alive for that. But let's be honest, that one wasn't real. It was described by Alan Shearer to be an embarrassment, and it was just a bit pretend. Yeah, the players done well to get 2 back-to-back FA Cup finals, but this is the one. This is the one that matters. We've won. Now, this event's quite important. We'll explain why in a bit, because I don't think it's just a bus parade. I believe this event will be much bigger than you expect. You've got to remember there's going to be hundreds of thousands of people that want to celebrate with the players and want to celebrate with Newcastle United. So this event needs to be bigger. It's been so long, we have to make the most out of it, and Newcastle will. I'm confident it will. And in this video, we're going to put the pieces together and we're going to try and figure out what they have in mind, because I reckon it'll be a really good one. Let's start off with Newcastle United's bus parade, trophy presentation, open top. Where will they actually start the bus from, or where's the best spot to go to? To answer the first question, I'm just not sure where the bus will start. Again, the problem I have and the problem we all have is that Newcastle just haven't won anything in so long, so we just don't know what these events are going to be like. In terms of where the best places will be to stand, the obvious part being around the stadium, 100%, they're going to go down Barrack Road, they'll go by in Strawberry Place, they're going to go all the way around. They'll go through the city, I would have thought. I guess the best and safest way for Newcastle to start will probably be outside the city, and then to come into the city, loop around, and then to go to a special place, which we're going to go to now. But the main party, I believe, will be elsewhere. I don't believe St James's Park will be the best place to go for this event, and we're going to explain why as we head across the location. Welcome to town, Moor. In my personal opinion, Newcastle will host some form of event in a place like this. We've got to remember there are hundreds of thousands of Newcastle United fans that have waited so long for this moment. And let's say we only have a bus parade around St James's Park and around the city. As big as the city is, I don't think it's big enough. And I feel like as well, this event means so much to so many people. They've waited so long. We are talking generations and lifetimes. We've made memories and we've made moments that will last forever at Wembley. But we can still make more memories next week. We can make more memories with these fans, let them enjoy what could be potentially one of the biggest ever football celebrations in this country. I think Newcastle can do it. We have so many fans. We have so many dedicated fans. They love the pints. They love celebrating. They love making noise. Let's do it at a place like this where, give me an example. Let's say there's a massive stage out there somewhere. You have live music. Of course, give an obvious example, Sela. Look at what Sela have done since they came at Newcastle United. The drone displays above our city. You can see above St James's Park. I mean, that technology, we've never ever seen something like that before. Even down at the quays, say, the lights reflected into the water. Sir Bobby Robson quote, you can hear it, you can see it in the water. And even last week in London, ahead of the cup final, hashtag we don't do it quiet. Look at what Salah did in London. Again, Alexander Isak on the London buildings. I mean, wow, it is surreal. And again, Newcastle now, with their marketing team, Newcastle 100% would have planned something out on standby. 100%. They would have looked at doing something before the cup final took place. So when Newcastle won the cup final, Yes, it's a short period from the cup final to next week, but Newcastle would have already planned stuff out before that final. 100% we would have, because this is such a big occasion, and Newcastle have got a real chance of making a lot of people happy. We've already made those people happy, but we can do even more, and we should, in our point of view, milk this opportunity. Let's let everyone enjoy themselves. Why Town Moor, Adam, you may ask now? To give a couple of obvious examples, it has to be approved by Northumbria Police. It has to be approved by Newcastle City Council. It needs to be somewhere where it's going to be safe. It's also way easier to facilitate a massive, large-scale event at a place like Town Moor. There's no restrictions whatsoever, with the exception of making sure it is approved by the council. But again, it is so large, it's open space, it's an area where Newcastle, they might have a million ideas floating on their heads, but they're able to do a lot of those ideas here. I give you an outlandish one, which I don't personally believe will happen, but again, Newcastle, they might go out of the box. Let's say a massive name, Sam Fender, performing at St James's Park this summer, of course, Newcastle United fan. Massive stage, surprise guests, let's get them on quickly. Let's have them do a few songs and let's get the crowd going. Again, Newcastle will think of massive, large-scale ideas, and they will have surprises in there. So I'll give you a more realistic one. Of course, we will have a lot of speakers, chants going off, Newcastle getting the crowd going. Of course, the players eventually, maybe in the evening time, they'll come on the stage, show the trophy off, and let them just soak in the atmosphere. Let the players see with their own eyes what they achieved. Now, of course, like the Alexander Isak, Bruno, Tonali, Gordon, your big, big key hitters. A lot of clubs are going to be linked with them. Again, this summer, these players will perform well. A lot of clubs will be interested in these players. Let the likes of Isak see with his own eyes what he has achieved at Newcastle United, because deep down, the player, he'll stay. That's the sort of thing they want to see. They see millions of people turn up for them. They see how life-changing this is for people, and these players will not want to leave. They won't go anywhere else, because Newcastle is the place to be. And when players from different clubs, for example, see this on social media, again, might be enticed. I want to be a part of this. I want to be amongst these millions of Newcastle fans. I want to show them what I can do at this football club. Again, Newcastle will need to do something massive. We need to be expansive. We need to be ambitious, which we are. We're 100% being done over the last few years. So I think this will be the same. It'll not be a bus parade. Well, it will be a bus parade. It will be more than a bus parade, was the correct thing to say there. And I'm 100% backing Newcastle to come to a place like this. Again, albeit it has to be approved. That's the main part, really. Just getting it sorted out with the council, sorted out with the police, and make sure it is a safe, smooth experience and an important experience. Because again, we have waited so long for something like this. It has to be spot on. It has to be perfect. We have to make sure everyone that comes to a place like this enjoy themselves, and they will. They will enjoy themselves. And I'm convinced and I'm confident to say something at a place like Town Moor, Expedition Park, some place like this, there'll be a big event on. I am confident to say that. I think it's in the best interest of the city. I think it's in the best interest of Newcastle. I think it's in the best interest of you guys. That's about it for me in terms of plans with Town Moor, in terms of plans with Newcastle. And I'm sure either over the next few days or the beginning of next week, we will get an answer. We will be taught what Newcastle United are doing, but expect more than a bus parade. If I'm incorrect about Town Moor, so be it, but expect more than the bus parade. I am convinced we will do more than that. We have to. It's such a big occasion, and we have the possibility of making history in this country. We could potentially have the largest scale footballing event ever in this country. We honestly could do it, but going away from that now, I'm going home. I can't wait to get back home. I've been away for almost a couple of weeks now, but when I get back home, you see my mum for the first time, you see my dad for the first time since we won the Carabao Cup final, and just I guess to go into a bit of a talk about my dad now. Man is retired. He's went through his full life supporting Newcastle now. He went to the games. He was talking in the 70s, the 80s. He would have been there back in the crazy days, you could say. Took me my first match in 2011. Went the first few seasons with him. It's a bit older now. He likes watching the game at home. Again, I've started to go matches with my mates. And I get to go back home and I get to see him because he's waited his entire life. And I get to see him after Newcastle has won silverware. And how many of you watching this video are the same? How many people have been waiting for so long to see a moment like this? And now we can finally have that sense of relief because we've done it. We've seen it in our lifetimes. And no matter what happens next, that will never change. And that's such a key, important moment for us. In terms of me, I do have an overnight stay vlog from the cup final. There's just been that many videos and that much going on. I haven't uploaded it yet. But again, when I have a quiet day or when there's nothing going on, the overnight stay vlog will come out. Maybe over the next couple of days. I'm sure it'll be before Sunday. I'm convinced I'll have it up before Sunday, but just give you a heads up, I still do have that video with a bit of unseen footage as well of fans celebrating after that cup final. So still so much more content to upload. But it's just never ending with Newcastle. There's more going on. International break now, but Newcastle still have to look ahead at getting potential Champions League football. They can do it. The opportunity is there for them. Play with no fear, play with confidence. We can do something like that. But this will be huge next week. Life changer. Never ever done before in our lifetimes. It's going to be massive. And I'm backing Newcastle United and Sela to do life changing stuff. They have already done it with the cup final. I reckon they'll do it again here.